Welcome. This is Axiom Verge. I am Codepiece 9, and I will be playing any percent no out of bounds, the original route for the game, and let's start it up. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So this is Trace. He is a scientist that can walk backwards. No, not really, but he kind of got injured in a lab accident, and he has been sent to this rebirth chamber to discover the world of Sudra. So the first thing is you kind of venture off to the left, like in every Metroidvania. Pick up Axiom Disruptor. Basically, the weapon you use almost 100% of the time until you get Kilver. This is kind of a reverse Brimstar going up. So some very cool Super Metroid references. Tom Happ is the creator of this game. He's actually the sole person to create the game, from the audio to the art. It's a one-man game, so hats off to him for doing that. And this is actually the first speedrun game that that got me into speedrunning. So we're gonna do a quick save warp here after we pick up Nova Bomb. The Nova has pretty good damage, but its sole purpose in any percent is to get past some laser gates that you won't be able to do with the normal disruptor. So we use it only in like two places in the actual 80% run, and then we switch back to the disruptor for most of it. Coming up to our first boss. Cycles are really important. Just leave right here, and it's a pretty good setup. Alright, 238, not bad. Coming to our first tool of the run. I would say a tool is a progressional item. So we have the laser drill. It allows us to drill through one tile blocks. Ooh, frame perfect door open there. Pretty much going for mostly swag strats. If I need to play safe, I will, but I am going to pretty much do most of the YOLO strats. This is a fun segment. It's like bubble wrap. Helps relieve some of this marathon anxiety that I have right now. And down into our second world, Apsu. So the first world we just left is Erebu. Apsu is more of a kind of a pink, purple, green world. Has a couple underwater references with enemies. Doing some strategic damage boost here. So far off to a good start. and we're about to pick up the Kilver, the most OP weapon in any percent. It is a short burst. Try to go for the chin jump there. It's like half a frame window, I feel like. That's great, I didn't get hit by that zombie, so very happy I made that. Going through the zombie graveyard right now. And headed up to our second boss, Talal. Unlike the first boss, the second boss actually has a pretty cool trick that we're gonna do. So it allows us to slightly cheese the boss. Or definitely cheese him. Right. Not a fan of my weapon wheel select. I think that got changed around. So we were able to take some strategic damage boosts to get behind them, and we can basically just spam his hitbox with the disruptor and not have to worry about actually fighting Talal at all. That's him. 2 bosses down. And we're gonna head into our next tool for progressional. The Disruptor. It's actually basically a gun that allows you to hack enemies, objects, surroundings. First bubble hype. And like Jet say, Charlie did not get me. HP node there. Definitely some insurance on the run. Oops. You can actually not take a damage splash from that. This next room I need to kind of focus on. I think I've already butchered it. There are jellyfish that just mess up everything. Alright, that was fine. Kind of a weird pixel jump over that first enemy. Play it safe here. Alright. Picked up another power fragment. So the power fragments give you more damage, the health, or not fragments, the health nodes give you more HP, the power nodes give you more power for damage output. This next room I just butchered. It's fine. I'd rather play it safe. Oh well, you can. If I didn't have my weapon wheel messed up right now, I would have probably just blew through that. Nice, got a precise jump there to land on that platform. The roly-poly jumps are pretty hard and maybe frame perfect. I have full HP, so we're gonna go for an anthill strat. And we nailed it. Do we go for YOLO with this much HP? Yes, we do. Oh my gosh. I thought that spider was going to give me HP, but I got out of there alive. Scariest part of the early game, in my opinion. Whew. We did it, boys. We did YOLO. Alright, so those coral are actually RNG protected. projectiles. Having weapon management issues because of my settings. Going for just a damage boost there. We need to play really smart here. This is Mission Impossible 1, hence the lasers. It's not what I wanted to do. It's fine, we'll take that safety HP from that guy. Headed to Juicy Room. Shoutouts to the Discord fam for giving such creative names. Okay, that was actually really clean. Coming up to the infamous Jordans. This is the Field Disruptor. I agree, this is the best song. Basically, the Field Disruptor is high jump. We call it Jordans. You gotta have the sneakers to jump high. Little hiccup there. Just gonna go for some marathon safety HP. Gonna try it fast. Just like that. So far I'm doing some mix and match strats, some safety strats with YOLO strats. It's a good mixture of both so we can stay consistent with completing this first half of this game, because the first 18 minutes are terrifying. One single death, you go all the way back to the very beginning. Nice, got zombie jump. Also like a 1 frame window there. And just like to law, we are going to use the disruptor to hack this block and cheese this boss as well. Probably should have taken some more HP from the boss explosion, but it's okay. And our next tool after Field Disruptor is Lab Coat. This allows us to phase through 1 tile blocks, so we can just begin our exploration back into Kerr, which has the sweet Egyptian style music. And since it's the marathon, I am going to die. I'm going to get the safety HP right here. And not die. What I meant to say. As far as my PB is concerned, there are strats that I'll go for because my PB, I have a low 36 in game time. going for like these extra HP nodes, the one after Urku, that's a 12.5-second boss right there just from gaining the HP node. Here we have Mission Impossible version 2.0. Alright, that's okay. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Gonna phase through here. We got the swag jump item grab. Go for the G squeeze. Nope. And into upper curve, which actually has a lot of ruthless mechanics. The armadillos, the claws. So I have full HP. Let's go for some ballsy strats. Alright, fast cycle there. A little bit behind here, so I'll be able to jump right around this boulder right here. Baby bunny hop there, so I can do a damage boost through that claw. I'm gonna wait right here for this boulder. Depends on your location, on whether it goes left or right. But I also think it's somewhat RNG in a way. And we got our next tool item after lab coat. It's our mini drone, similar to the Mach Ball and Super Metroid. Allows you to reach little spaces. Head back down. That jump is super hard to hit, especially when you're going for the safety HP strats. Try to squeeze by those grapples, which we did. And sub 18 Disruptor 2. Pretty happy about that. This game's been highly optimized ever since we were had the task brought to us through Kille from the community. He has opened up a lot of doors to new strats that we were able to shave seconds here and there off of early game and late game with some really cool rocket jumps that we were able to do with double dashing. So there's some really cool tech coming up. And wow, it's so nice to get to that first checkpoint, let me tell you. Whew, one single death is an 18-minute setback there. Usually your deaths are more around the 10 to 12 minute mark, because YOLO Room is around 9 minutes, and Mission Impossible up into high jump is pretty difficult as well with speed strats. Alright, I'm more of an analog player. I don't really like using D-pad, but as you can see, analog is not really good. Doesn't really work well with phasing through tiles or dashing. So coming up, we're going to get a tool that allows us to phase through 2 blocks, and the game pretty much becomes a mash fest, a D-pad mash fest. If you saw Trace exit that room there, it's part of the storyline, kind of figuring out that there are other versions of you, and through exploration, learn that there are other clones of Trace around, and which one are you? So I don't want to ruin the storyline. Going for kind of speed strats here. It's a little risky, but I have a pretty good setup by falling off this tile and then immediately jumping. The robot gets caught. Right here, you plant it right there, have him get caught in that little slot. Allows us to not take any of his missiles, because those sentries will mess you up. They're pretty deadly. Some platforming right here. My favorite. Also something, ooh. Oh no. Okay, we should be, alright. We should be good. Yes, we're good. Okay, I went for a really risky jump over that spike ball, and they do a lot of damage. So I'm happy I made it through Vision, which is this boss. It's automated. You can't die on this boss, and it shoots for you. You can control the kind of the flying squid monster. Line up your shots. There's really no wrong way to do this boss. Kind of a freebie. And then this is where the storyline, you know, gets really interesting. Waking up, you're talking to Ophelia, which are these kind of drones that were sent here to protect the world of Sudra. But little do you learn that Trace is not the person you thought he was. He is here to take all the tools for himself to destroy Sudra. Open the breach. Try to go for some slick strats here. Did. Got my marching band following me. And now our next progressional item, the trench coat. Trench coat is where this becomes a kind of a quick, more fast-paced game. We're able to start dashing and also destroying your thumbs. Right, here we are entering Eden. In my opinion, the run killer. We're gonna try to do a storage rocket jump, which we did. Nice. A little bit of enemy manipulation to kind of get through here pretty quick. These fireflies actually are ruthless. They stick to you and they will continue to just like suck your blood or your life away, basically. And when you destroy them, they blow up into particles of like 4. So they go from 1 to 4. Alright, so I'm going to focus here, and then I'll explain the mechanics to this boss. It's all about my visual cues here and lining up. Use the disruptor to hack hit Wasp, Uku's little babies. Take a hit there and use the flies that you use the disruptor to hack to create an explosion on the hitbox. One hit KO. That's what I'm talking about. Another save warp back to Ukana. And since this is no out of bounds, this is actually where some recent tech was found to pretty much introduce out of bounds segments in any percent. We've already been using zips and 100% that we've discovered for a while, but we were able to find out that you could set your drone's XY coordinates in one map, and as long as you don't dash with the drone or use the drone again and enter another map, find a place where you can go out in some goo out of bounds, launch your drone, and once you launch, teleport back to your drone. It sends you to the original XY coordinates that you set on the map that you are. So we're able to do some void warping, I guess you would call it, since we have the drone teleport. We're allowed to use the drone and teleport to it instead of destroy the drone and are set back to trace. So lots of cool speed tech coming up, lots of button mashing. We're heading back up through curve. Gonna take a little safety HP there. And we have drone launch here. This is where you start flying. This is my favorite part of the run. Also the most scary part of the run. Obtaining the Sudran key. Now the reason why I can continue to do this, because I cancel drone break with either disruptor or drill. It allows me to fly through the level just with non-stop drone launching. You can do that with disruptor or drill. I prefer disruptor. Playing pretty well right now. This room is kind of a pain in the butt. Very nice, very nice. But not like the game breaking room or the run killer room that's about to come out, the Sudran key room. Try to Alright, we are clear. Holy moly. So the drone's health is in the top left with the yellow meter. We were one hit away from destroying the drone and ruining this setup. So I'm very happy with how this run is. Marathon safety HP. Like that. little drone that could. This music is pretty good too. We're about to get some wobble with the music too. A little bit more heavy or industrial bass. We're gonna go over here, manipulate this sentry, the ancient sentry, so we can get some safety HP going into green hell. Arguably another section that's a run killer in this game. I mean, as far as playing safe in HP, wow. Making this look easy right now. Alright, we made it through green hell alive. And we are almost to our last item, which is our last tool, I would say, our progressional tool. It's called the red coat. It's most hype, the most hype object or tool in the game. We are able to dash through 3 tile walls now, and for 100% after you get red coat, you pretty much get to do a lot of cleanup, and the movement is just so much fun. There's really cool zips and stuff like that. Yes, Jet, red coat hype. It's very important that we save this Ukana save warp. Going through the infamous Ukana climb. And I got the Discord fam letting you know what's good with this game. Right, final area, Maru. Probably the scariest area as far as bosses are concerned. These laser sentries and I don't know, everything just does insane damage. Here we are gonna fight Sentinel. It's very important that I try to just stay with cycles. Also, red coat does damage too. So we're kind of spamming, dashing, and kill her at the same time. And that is Sentinel. He is down. It's actually pretty cool. In 100%, you get the grapple, and you're able to skip Sentinel by doing a 3-tile sideways dash with grapple. Really cool trick. Somehow I did not take a single hit. And here is a boss that has a exit door, so it's an optional boss. Zader Hull. not so happy what we did to his other robot friend. Also, yes, this game does have a new randomizer. We were able to get in touch with some people to help kind of set that up. I was gonna save before the final boss, but let's just go for it. Now, sorry about the speakers in your ears. Alright, second phase done. These guys usually don't spawn HP, so we're gonna destroy them. Oh wow, proved me wrong. Alright, third phase done, so we just gotta stay alive, and that's it. That is Axiom Verge, 80%. No out of bounds. Wow, GG, guys. GG. I just want to give a shout out to Slow for accepting this run for NGA Marathon. He's done nothing but good things for the speedrunning community. Also, I want to shout out to Tom Hatt for making this amazing game, as well as G-Virus for putting this game kind of on the speedrun radar. 3637, that's actually pretty close to a a PB for me, since I only go for YOLO strats and most of my runs don't make it to the end. Also want to say, if you're interested, please join the Discord community. We have randomizers, we have great feedback with strats or beginners guides. It's very welcoming community. One of my favorites on Discord, honestly. If it's I know this is no glitches allowed, but if there's some time, I can show you guys the glitch that kind of broke 80%. Skip, and I don't want to show it on the marathon since it is a glitch, but since it's not in a run, I know I have a couple minutes ahead since I have, and see if I can just show you some weird tech that this game took a wide left turn curveball for 80%. Thanks, Slow. If you said no, I would have just backed out and just said my farewells. So this trick in particular is a little difficult because you have to manipulate this enemy right here. Alright. So basically it zipped me through a map that the tile is up, and basically I'm playing this blind, but since I kind of know what I'm doing, I can figure out the tunnel transitions, and I can basically take the enemy manip, work to this segment, and in any percent I wouldn't have the drone launch, so I wouldn't be able to shoot the drone as far. And you go to the right to get drone launch, but when you go back to the left, okay, since this is the craziest glitch here, this is insane. So I have this grapple, so with precise movement it's gonna input 4 or 5 buttons at the same time, try to get this glitch. And I got it, second try. So I'm also doing this room blind. You can see my map tiles top left screen. And it allows you to skip all of Ikumar. By getting grapple, when you enter Ikumar, you skip Sudran Key, you skip the power node on the way back, you skip Green Hell. It's insane. It allows me to just skip all that by going through it blind, come down here and get red coat. I'm glad you guys got to watch the run, and I'm happy to showcase it without glitches. Thank you, Slow, for putting on the marathon, and my name's Codepiece. Check out my Twitch, and have a good night, everybody. Take it easy. And thanks everybody in chat. Appreciate it. And GG's.